second, let you all know where to find us on social media and on streaming services. On social media, you can find us by searching Clear and Obvious Sports. We're currently on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We also have a YouTube page that you can find by searching the same thing. On streaming sites for this podcast specifically, you can find us under Mason and Mahdi Podcast. We're available on Spotify, Google, Amazon, and Apple. The best place to look for ways to follow, listen, or contact us is by clicking the link on our social media bios. That link will take you wherever you need to go, whether it be the website, places to listen, anything like that. Thank you for listening, and let's get into the show. All right. Hello. Welcome back to the Mason and Mahdi podcast. This is episode 5, right? 5 or 6?
Yeah, something like that.
Pretty sure it's 5. So I think a couple notes before we get into the episode. Last week, I went to edit and my audio sounded really shitty. And I had to put it out like that because I was sick last week.
Yeah, it's fine.
Still wanted to record something.
Yeah.
So all the spots where there's heavy breathing or stuffy talking, my bad, but it's kind of just what it is. I'm pretty sure I'm out of it now. Got tested this weekend. It wasn't COVID, so that's good. And I think that's it for that. But our second note is we are part of the Clear and Obvious Sports group. And the other podcast that's on this, or that this group makes, the Freshman Football Podcast, is currently probably canceled or restructuring itself because we wanted to get that started, but scheduling everybody enough time. I mean, all three of us that would be recording that go to different schools, and we're all on different schedules. So for the time being, that's canceled. It's possible that on this podcast we'll have those guys on certain episodes. Just have a guest, switch it up or something. But that podcast, the Freshman Football Podcast, is canceled right now. So that being said, we can finally get this episode started. So do you want to start on... I don't imagine you watched any of the Pro Bowl stuff, did you?
No, not at all. I've been just focusing on, the trades and stuff, especially the big one.
Yeah, I tried to start watching the Madden Pro Bowl thing, and I turned it on. I think they were starting the second half, and the NFC was up by, I think it was like 26-6. And
what was it like?
It was literally just 4 guys from each conference playing Madden.
Just 4 guys, really?
It was, let's see if I can remember it. For the NFC, it was Kyler Murray, Jamal Adams, Marshawn Lynch, and somebody else.
Marshawn Lynch, what?
And then the AFC, there's Derrick Henry and Snoop Dogg. I don't remember the other 2. I wasn't paying that much attention.
It was like half players, half celebrities?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch it. Sounds like a waste of time.
Well, you mentioned the trade, so you want to talk about that? Matthew Stafford is now he's a Ram.
He's a Ram. So, I have mixed comments. Let's just say the Lions they got the most out of this trade. The
Lions absolutely won the trade.
Dude, they won the shit out of that trade, dude. I don't know what was going on in that Rams offense. I thought this trade was okay. But holy crap, the Lions are stacked, at least for the next couple years. Like they have a chance to build a good team now with the amount of stuff they've just got.
Yeah, the Rams, they gave up way too much.
Way too much. I feel like because the trade was, Stanford for Goff, 2 first rounds and a 3rd round pick, right?
Yeah.
So I feel that was way too much. It should have just been Goff for Stanford, really. They're both equally. It's just Goff has been to a Super Bowl. I don't know. In my opinion, Goff is maybe worth more. maybe due to his he's won more playoff games and been to the Super Bowl. So I don't know. What is your take on that?
I do agree with you that the Lions absolutely won the trade, and that's nothing against Matthew Stafford. He's a really talented quarterback.
Yeah, very underrated.
I think the Rams gave up too many assets.
Way too many.
Because I know they could have improved at quarterback, but that's not their biggest issue. It was pretty obvious during the Green Bay game that quarterback was not the problem.
Yeah. So, like, those 2 first-round picks are huge. Like, a first-round pick is basically worth a really good player. They just gave up 2. Like, I was reading some article about the Jaguars giving their first-round pick to the Texans for Watson. Like, that could be a possibility. It's not going to happen, but that's also a possibility. But 2 first-round picks and third-round pick and Goff for Stanford. Come on, man.
I mean, it could have almost been done the other way around.
You think so?
I mean, Jared Goff was a former number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
He's got the Super Bowl ring.
Mm-hmm. Goff doesn't have a Super Bowl ring.
Oh, they lost.
He's been to the Super Bowl, yeah. Which was a Super Bowl they should have won, to be honest. But yeah, exactly. He has a lot more experience in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, Stanford has experience, but still, like, stats-wise, like, Goff is just a better guy, at least in playoffs. You know?
And he's younger.
Yeah, a lot younger as well. I totally forgot about that age.
But I don't see Stafford making that big of a difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, I'm happy for him. To get out of the Lions. Like, this is his chance. But still, like, to the Rams, I don't really see too much of a difference in offensive weapons. Like, I feel like he had more weapons in the Lions than at the Rams.
I mean, I don't see their record changing very much. Maybe adding a win. I don't see them making it that much farther in the playoffs than Goff could have taken them.
Yeah. And who's in their division? Like, the Rams? Like, I
mean, it's the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the Niners. That's going to be the most competitive division in the NFC for a while. Yeah,
so I mean, to be honest, I don't see them making the playoffs. Not next year. It's going to take a bit for Stanford to, get settled in. But the Lions, though, they have a chance to build a super team as well. Like, 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, they drafted well last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been drafting fairly well. They just can't get everybody healthy at the same time.
Yeah.
Their defense does need work, and they started that last year. And all the picks they got are going to be pretty important in finishing that off.
Yeah.
The only issue I can probably see for them is having to take on Jared Goff's contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he was getting paid a lot more than Stafford is.
Yeah, isn't he like top 5 in paid quarterbacks?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
It goes like Mahomes, Watson, Big Ben, and Goff is like somewhere around there.
I mean, he was the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
So during the Super Bowl, or like during that run, he was still on his rookie contract. But this was his 5th year in, so he had to get a new contract, and that one was a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 26, and how old is Stafford? Like 30 something?
Yeah, he's like either close to his 30s or 30 something.
I mean, I really hope he does well in a place that he's happier, because he wasn't happy in Detroit.
Not at all. At the same time, the Rams, they haven't had a first-round pick since Goff, so like they're
how many? I mean, this year's pick has already been traded away
Yep.
for
And then
Jalen
the
Ramsey, and then the next two were traded away for Stafford.
Like, what?
So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 7. That's 7 straight years without a first-round pick.
That's crazy. Like, those first-round picks could have been, like the next, like, let's just, like, they have Aaron Donald. He's a beast. Like, you never know. One of those first-round picks could have been a beast. You never know. They just got rid of 2 of them and a third-round pick, which is also pretty valuable.
Yeah, I mean, if you trade away all your first-round picks, the second and third-round picks are even more important. So I don't know why you would include both of those.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Goff and a third-round pick or Goff and a second-round pick, but not 2 first-round picks.
I mean, they probably could have just, like, maybe Goff and a first if they were that desperate.
Yeah, if they were that desperate, yeah.
Adding another first and then a third, that's way over the top.
Yeah.
Again, that's nothing against Stafford. I just don't think that's a wise business decision.
Yeah, not at all.
To give up the guy that's really become your franchise quarterback, and a lot of chances at building in the future for a guy that's almost he turns 33 on Sunday.
Yeah, this man has possibly maybe 5 years left in him. I don't see him going to 40. Not Stanford.
No, I think he took a lot of hits in Detroit.
Yeah.
So I could see him. Well, no, because never mind about that. I was gonna see him doing kind of what Andrew Luck did.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's somewhere that theoretically has a better offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he's protected better.
And a more experienced coach as well. A lot better coach. Sean McVay is a great coach.
I kind of want to see how. I'm pretty excited for the Lions, honestly.
Really? I'm more excited for the Rams, actually.
They can get people healthy, and I don't think those first-round picks are. They're next year and the year after that, aren't they? Like 22 and 23.
You think they're going to use him to trade?
But the third round pick is this year.
Oh, okay.
They probably draft. I mean, it's possible they draft a receiver this year, but it's also pretty possible they draft a defensive player. I want to find where their pick is at first before I keep sounding stupid.
I mean, if I was the Lions, I'd take those 2 first rounds and then go out into free agency or do another trade or something with those 2 first round picks because that's valuable,
Yeah, if they can draft smart like this year and potentially next year, I could see them. I don't think they're ready to give those picks away yet, but if it's not something that they desperately need, I can see them kind of.
I'm just thinking of playing Madden in like franchise mode. Like if I had that, I'd take those 2 first rounds and trade up.
This year they draft with the 7th pick. So that would be interesting to see what they do with that.
Yeah. But yeah, the Lions definitely won this trade, and I don't know what the Rams were doing. They're a good team. Like I think they've made the playoffs every year since they made it to the Super Bowl, or maybe every other year, something like that.
I think so. They're always in contention for the playoff seed.
Yeah, exactly. That's not bad, You don't need to throw away your quarterback after that. Like that was actually your franchise, dude.
Yeah, I think every year since Sean McVay's got there, they've challenged for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. That's an active team.
I mean, I think we're both old enough to remember how shitty they were in St. Louis.
Yeah.
So it's good for whatever fan base they've managed to put together so far that they've been able to improve.
Wait, how many teams does California have? They have 2.
They got the Chargers and the Rams and the Niners. So 3.
And then the Oakland Raiders too. I mean, they're gonna go to Vegas, but
They're already in Vegas.
really already?
Yeah,
I didn't
this
even
was their
notice
first
that.
year in Vegas.
Oh snap! I kept on thinking they were Oakland Raiders. I'm slow. The Las Vegas Raiders. This is another good team, the Raiders.
Yeah, they really fell off near the end of the year. They were in playoff contention pretty early on. I think they started 6-3, and then they lost like a shit ton of games in a row.
Yeah, but this offseason is probably going to be one of the best. If that's just the first one. That's just the first trade to happen. And like, there's so much Oliver Watson, where he's gonna go.
I mean, do you think he's going anywhere?
I think so. Yeah. It like from what I've seen, he is not happy in Houston. Like, I feel like he's not treated right.
Well, he's for sure not happy, and he's definitely not treated right.
And like, if you're sacrificing all that money, yeah, there's definitely a problem.
Yeah, they had a press conference, I think it was this week, where the GM said something about how he's going to remain a Houston Texan.
No, I don't see that. No, not at all.
Which
he's gonna try
either
everything.
means that they're going to force him to stay, or they're just trying to draft or kind of up his trade value.
Maybe. I mean, you have all these other players supporting him. Like, I think Baker Mayfield tweeted or something about him. I don't know. I just know a lot of players are tweeting. Like, they know he needs to get out. There's a lot of support behind him. And I support him too. Like, he definitely needs to get out. They went 4-11, right? 4-11, 4-12.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to get the fuck out of there if he wants to be anywhere close to getting a Super Bowl or another playoff win.
So, do you even know what picks they traded for, like, to trade D-Hop to the Cardinals?
I know they got
I completely forgot.
They got I think, I don't know. They got a running back from the
They got
Cardinals.
David Johnson.
Yeah, which was dumb. I don't know why they did that.
No,
It's another reason why Watson should leave. His best receiver's gone,
So, who do you think leaves first? Deshaun Watson or J.J. Watt?
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about J.J. Watt as well. They're both leaving. I see Watson leaving first because of the media and everything around him. Like, I know there's teams making deals with them right now. They're trying to get the best of the best.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think it would probably be easier for him to get out too.
Yeah.
Since he visibly wants out.
Yeah, and Watson could take his time because what Watson's looking for is like that last deal for him to retire out and get the most money he can. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as a Steelers fan, it would be pretty cool to have all 3 of the Watt brothers there.
You already have 2?
Yep.
Oh, I mean, yeah, actually, that wouldn't be too bad, to end his career with the Steelers, with all his brothers. That would be cool. It's like, what's his name? Jason Witten. He's going to sign a 1-day contract with the Cowboys so he could retire a Cowboy.
Yeah, I was really surprised a couple years ago when he, left but kept playing.
Yeah.
Because he seemed like one of those guys that would retire for the team that he started with.
Yeah. For sure. Not Jason. Jimmy Graham should probably do the same as well. Resign with the Saints for a day and then retire the Saint.
Yeah, I can see Greg Olsen doing something like that too.
Yeah, as well, yeah. Who did he play? He played for the Seahawks, right?
He played for the Panthers.
Well, no, but like his current team.
Yeah, right now he's with the Seahawks, I think.
Yeah.
Unless he already retired, I don't remember.
I think so. I think he did.
Yeah, he did. Did he retire this year or did he retire last year?
He retired this year. Because I remember seeing him playing for the Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
But J.J. Watt's worth a lot. Like, he's a consistent player.
Yeah, he's been able to stay relatively healthy the last couple of years, which is good to see because there were a couple seasons where I think it was the same season that Hurricane hit Houston where he was out for most of the year.
Yeah. Like, he's worth maybe more than a first-round pick.
Yeah, I don't know what we would give up for him.
He was a Steelers fan, yeah. Maybe, I mean, they don't need a running back. I'll just be like, give him James Conner in like a second round or a first-round pick. Because you guys need to get rid of him. He's like taking up too much cap room.
Yeah. I mean, the Texans technically do need a better running back.
They do, yeah. But they traded D-Hop for Johnson, so I don't think they're just going to get rid of him like that. They see potential.
I mean, everybody in there, Arian Foster, has just kind of been like dispensable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't treat their players well, in my opinion.
I don't think so either. I don't think I've seen a happy Houston player besides JJ.
I mean, they were happy last year because they made the playoffs.
But they also choked a 24-0 lead.
Yeah,
that just shows your team actually has brain problems.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say that was kind of what started this whole problem.
Yeah. Like, you're one win away from the Super Bowl and you give up a 24-0 lead. Like, yeah, that just shoot up problems. And another reason why Watson would leave is the new head coach, he's a black coach, but still he was a Ravens assistant coach. He also, before he came to the Ravens, he was the wide receiver coach for, he was for the Chiefs before Mahomes and them was there. And that was before Tyreek Hill and Kelsey were any good. So that just shows that even with receivers, he wasn't that good. Like, yeah, he was in Baltimore, and you saw how we did it, how our receivers did.
I thought you were about to pull out that dumb fucking stat. I don't remember who posted it. It was somebody on Instagram. Probably fucking CBS. CBS has by far the worst football brains possible.
Yeah. I don't even listen to them or anything.
But they posted something about how the Texans' new head coach was the receiver coach during the year that nobody on the Chiefs, none of the receivers had a receiving touchdown.
I saw that, yeah. But still, I don't know. That's I don't know
how you blame the coach, the receivers coach for that. If anything, that's a coordination problem.
Possibly. But what does a wide receivers coach do anyways? Does he just work on routes? Conditioning?
Probably. I don't
stuff.
Anything that's not a coordinator, I don't really know how you'd have that much of an effect on a game.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another reason why would they hire him as a head coach when he has no actual game experience, He's never been a coordinator or anything, so he's not actually talking to the players and shit.
And I mean, I think they were definitely trying to use that stat against him, but I mean, the Chiefs still went 9-7 and barely missed the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
And that was also the last year they had Jamal Charles, who was probably one of the fastest running backs I've ever seen. I don't know what happened to him, and it sucks that he was on the Chiefs when they were garbage. Because he was a really good running back.
Yeah.
I think that was probably Alex Smith's second or third year there. But they also didn't have great receivers until Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce were there.
Yeah.
They've just recently started really having a prominent receiving core.
But that was such a dumb decision to hire him. Like I think like the Texans were thinking like, oh, let's bring a black coach to make Watson stay. That doesn't make sense. That's not gonna convince him to stay.
I mean, that's the kind of the new social trend.
I guess. I mean, yeah, like as a black person, like it doesn't make sense to me. Like it's not about race. It's about like the vibe that I get with them. You know, I don't care if they're white, black, Hispanic, Asian. As long as I get that vibe, then I can work well with them. You know,
Yeah,
doesn't matter about
I think
race.
that's brought up way too much,
Exactly.
especially in professional sports
Yeah.
and most recently football.
Yeah.
Because this kind of was the sport where the whole social justice, racial stuff started coming out.
Yeah.
With Kaepernick, because he was definitely out in front of like the guys in the NBA and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like I never understand the argument of why there needs to be a certain number of coaches of whatever skin color.
Yeah. I mean, I understand women. Yeah, like you know, they should be as long as they got the experience. You know, I'm all for it. Yeah, like you know, assistant coaches and running back coaches, like you know, stuff like that. But still, like
I mean, anybody who's got the experience and that's actually qualified deserves to have the job.
exactly. Yeah, no matter gender or race.
It's not just going to be handed to you though because of your race.
Exactly. You got to put in the work and have that experience.
Because there were a bunch of, I mean, the only people that really complain are the people that aren't directly in the sport.
Yeah.
It's mostly like sports news outlets and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like First Take and all those dumb fucking shows.
First Take is just funny to watch.
Because I've never heard or like seen a quote from a player who's like, I'm not happy because my coach is not my skin color.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm disappointed that we didn't hire somebody that's black.
Yeah. Like, you know, coaches being racist and stuff, like, yeah, that's a different story.
That's a whole different thing.
It's a whole different thing. But still, I don't know what was going in. Like, yeah, he's black. Let's bring someone who's black to help him. Like, he's gonna feel better. He needs to get out. The Texans is.
I mean, anybody the Texans hire is going to be better than Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, I mean, the Texans is just they need to go back into a rebuilding. You know, they're not an actual decent team.
Yeah, it's looking like the front office is pretty happy to be rebuilding for now.
Yeah, because if they get rid of Watson and JJ, they're going to be in that rebuilding phase.
This next year is going to be JJ's last year on his contract.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of makes me think that he gets traded sooner.
Most likely. Probably. I mean,
so he doesn't, because he's definitely going to leave in free agency if they don't trade him to somebody.
Mm-hmm. But like they are like, I mean, I understand that because like for Watson, if you get rid of Watson, you're going to need a quarterback. So it's going to take them time to think of what they're going to do. Like, who are they going to trade to get a quarterback, or who are they going to draft and such like that. Like, if you were the Houston Texans and you guys traded away Watson for like, you know, a couple picks or something like that, would you draft a quarterback or would you trade him for a quarterback? Like, would you take your luck in the draft and pick up someone in the first round for your quarterback?
I mean, I don't see anybody like in the draft order that like wouldn't already be drafting a quarterback as it is.
Yeah. I mean, from the mock drafts that I've seen, most of like the big time ones are gone in the first 10.
I mean, Jacksonville is definitely going to go quarterback.
Lawrence. The Falcons, they project Justin Fields to the Falcons.
That would be stupid.
I don't understand it. Like a dual threat quarterback in a passing type of offense. But hey, it's whatever.
I mean, I try not to pay attention, especially in college, to guys that are dual threats that don't seem to be able to throw very well.
Yeah. I mean, if you're dual threat in college, you're going to do good because you could easily run through a team. Like, I feel like everyone's a dual threat in college, to be honest.
Yeah, that's kind of the way that the game is going.
Like, watching Lamar Jackson in college, no, that was fun to watch. That man just destroyed people, just running.
And that's, I mean, as cool as it is to see in college, it's not going to be replicated for a long time in the NFL.
Not at all. No, you really got to be special in the NFL. Like, Lamar Jackson, after like 2 years, teams are starting to, figure out his groove.
Yeah, because it's a completely different atmosphere and dynamic in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not rotating guys, or you're not rotating like a quarter of your team in and out every year.
Yeah.
There is like changes in the roster and new picks and stuff, but I mean, you're not changing your defense.
Yeah.
Year by year. So it's easier for guys to, and coordinators especially, the talented ones, just to be able to figure out what you're doing and find a way to stop it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Lamar was about as electric as it gets during his MVP season.
Yeah.
And then you could start to see the year after that and this year also that defenses have found a way to relatively shut it down.
I mean, that's what I'm scared for as a Ravens fan next year. Like, we have the same offensive coordinator. I don't know how, like, we're going to be able to have Lamar run again when all these teams already know our style, But that's for another story. But, the quarterback from BYU?
Yeah.
He's projected as the second quarterback to leave the draft after Lawrence. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think he would be a better pick for the Falcons, honestly, than Justin Fields.
Yeah, I've seen so many different draft mocks, and for the Falcons, I've seen mainly Justin Fields and the guy out of North Dakota State. Don't know why him, but
I mean, Carson Wentz was the last guy out of North Dakota State, and he lost his job to a guy that had to transfer out of Alabama.
Damn. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Actually, I might actually watch the draft this year, at least the first round.
I mean, I'll probably just watch somebody's live feed on my phone or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and look at. I mean, there's not going to be a crowd this year.
No, not at all. It's all online.
What did they do last year? They just do feeds into all the coaches' houses.
Yeah, and they had
I'm not watching that.
I'll just watch the first round. At least see what Ravens pick up.
Where do you guys pick at? You're 27th.
Yeah, we're low. I don't know. We're projected to pick up a pass rusher out of Bama.
Yeah, I think pass rush or receiver for you would be a good pick.
No, I mean, no, that'd be so dumb. We wasting a first round receiver because Baltimore's never been able to, train up a good receiver. We're really bad at that.
That's true. So the best guys that you've had come in didn't start with your organization.
Yeah, so that'd be the dumbest thing. So hopefully pass rusher, because there's a whole nother thing about us. We have a bunch, I'm telling you, a bunch of people whose contracts that are ending, and we have to figure this all out. And stuff.
Do you know what your cap situation is?
I think we have maybe 15 to 20 million of extra room to spend. And with Lamar's, contract coming up, that's how what's really going to depend it, if Lamar's going to take less money for us to have more room. But as a Lamar fan, I want him to get as much money as he can because he deserves it. He's probably one of the best things to come to the Ravens for a while since Ray Rice. No, not Ray Rice. Maybe Ray Lewis.
He went from somebody that only abused his wife to a guy that killed 2 people.
Sorry, it's just that's the Ravens thing. You know? They're all some sort of criminal. But
Yeah, through the entirety of this podcast, pretty much every episode we've talked about the Ravens' past. Somebody with a criminal record comes up.
yeah. So like I said, yeah, Lamar Jackson's probably the best player to come out since one of them. You know?
What do you think Lamar's case is going to be?
I know he's not leaving Baltimore. If he does, that'd be stupid. He looks happy, like through Instagram and stuff. Like he seems happy, so he's definitely staying. It's just, I think with Eric DaCosta, with our new GM, he's gonna give him that 5-year deal. The question is how much money. And through like the press conferences that I've seen with Eric DaCosta, it doesn't seem like we're gonna get Allen Robinson. You know, like. He made it seem like we're not going to put all that. We're not going to, go desperately looking for a receiver. He has faith in what we have and stuff, which I think is dumb as shit. Like every team has that one receiver, so we need to go look for one. But hey, it's whatever. But
yeah, it would be smart to go get a receiver. But I mean, you were 11-5 this year.
Yeah, we had the.
You I think we had either
we had the worst or second worst passing attack in the NFL.
I mean, you don't have a pass first quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That would play a part in that stat also.
Yeah. So, I think we averaged like almost less than like 200 passing yards a game. I think, less than that, yeah. So, we do have the best rushing attack, but we still need that pass. If we want to get far in the playoffs, we got to pass. So, it's really
Lamar, he averaged 250 a game.
Yeah. Really? The entire season?
Yeah, he was under 3,000 yards.
Oh, I thought he had less than that. I thought he averaged less. Because he had a lot of like 150-yard games passing actually through the year.
No, yeah, it says it averages out at 251.
Interesting. What was his highest game?
I have no idea.
I don't even remember him passing for over 300.
I don't feel like scrolling far back enough to see what he...
Yeah, it's probably the last Titans game when he threw for like almost 500 yards. Or had a total of 500 yards. So he threw for like almost 400. But yeah, they need to fix that up. Like, you can't be having Lamar having 50-something attempts throwing the ball, but he also can't have more attempts running than throwing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to like keep him a part of your rushing attack, but not have him be the main component.
Yeah, because this man's going to get injured if we don't get a number one receiver, because he's going to rely too much on his legs and he's going to get hit really hard. And he's going to be like Dak Prescott, out for the rest of the season. And what are we going to do, So,
I mean, J.K. Dobbins should get a way more significant role next year.
Hopefully.
Which I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Because he played really well, especially near like the end of the season for you guys. And
he averaged 700.
Was he your second round pick?
Yeah, he was a second round pick. Yeah.
I was so pissed when you guys drafted him.
Really? You guys wanted him?
I mean, I wanted him. I didn't think we definitely weren't going to go get him, but yeah, I wanted him really badly. So I'm sure somebody's going to draft Najee Harris before our pick comes up.
Yeah, probably.
And then I'm just going to have to sit there pissed again that we didn't get a talented running back.
Yeah. So we have a lot of work to do this offseason as a Ravens fan, but we'll get it done. But how do you feel about having either Bell or Brown is going to get a ring this year? These your 2-star players.
I mean, I don't really care.
Really? I mean, as a Steelers fan, I'd be mad. I mean, if I was a Steelers fan.
I mean, I don't care that they're going to get him. It's disappointing that they didn't get him with us, but that's our fault.
But I also feel like they didn't give it their all there. I mean, at least Brown did, but not Bell.
No, Le'Veon was. I mean, neither of them is going to be an important part of getting that ring.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody on the roster gets one, so
yeah.
I mean, it's gonna happen one way or another. So I don't really care, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it would have been nice to be able to actually put something together while they were still on our roster.
Yeah. But was there any other big deals that happened besides the Stanford one? And did you see any?
Trade-wise, not really. I think almost every coaching position has been filled.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure if the Chargers have a coach yet. That's the only team I can still think of that has a gap.
So, should we move on to the NFL Honors Awards?
Yeah, I think we were going to cover that too.
All right. So I don't know too much about the awards, but
I mean, I'll try and just run kind of down the list of what we got.
Yeah.
AFC Offensive Player of the Year.
AFC Offensive Player, Travis Kelce. Or Stephon Diggs. Yeah. For my top three would be Kelce, Diggs, and then maybe Josh Allen. Or Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I would probably go in a whole different direction than you did.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to guess it's going to be Derrick Henry, maybe Patrick Mahomes, and probably Travis Kelce.
I mean, we weren't too far apart. Like, really? Stephon Diggs, really? You're just going to pass down on him?
I mean, if I did a top 5, I'd probably include him and Tyreek Hill at the end of that.
I mean, yeah, those are a good amount of players.
But, I mean, I think it's probably going to go to Derrick Henry. He ran for 2,000 yards. I don't think they really have a choice.
Yeah. Makes sense, yeah. All right, next.
NFC Offensive Player of the Year.
Can a player get multiple awards? Like get a defensive and Player of the Year as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say possibly maybe Aaron Donald. I don't know. I don't focus too much on the NFC.
I mean, offensive-wise, I mean, I don't really think they have a choice past Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And if we can skip to the end of MVP real quick, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be MVP too.
See, I feel like they should rethink that after his playoff performance.
I mean, if it's based solely off of the regular season,
yeah, then yeah, Rodgers definitely.
He had one of the best regular seasons possible.
But Derrick Henry had 2,000 rushing yards. You know, that's another thing that's also in my mind as well.
Yeah, he's always been carrying the Titans, but he definitely carried them this year.
So, and I haven't seen it go to a running back in a while.
Yeah, I don't see it going there this year either.
I mean, you're right, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went to Henry. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either. But just the numbers that Aaron Rodgers put up.
Yeah.
Even coming from somebody who's been a Packers hater since 2010, I think, is when we played them in the Super Bowl.
Really? I'm hyped with the Packers. You know, they're cool.
I mean, he went 70% completion, 4,300 yards, 48 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in the regular season.
Was he second for passing yards?
I think so.
Watson had first, I believe. I think.
Because they got no rushing attack.
Yeah.
Which is why they should go get James Conner.
Good idea.
From a Steelers fan, you can have him.
Yeah. Oh, I just looked on my phone that something about Watson going to the Redskins. That's also not that bad of him going to the Redskins. Or not the Redskins. The Washington football team.
What do they give up for him though?
That's what I'm saying. Like
they don't have Haskins anymore because they cut him and the Steelers got him.
So they could possibly.
It would be super dumb for them to trade away McLaurin.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody on their defense goes anywhere. Because I don't think anybody on their defense.
Maybe they're running back Gibson. Or is he a rookie?
That's possible.
Gibson and 2 first-round picks.
I mean, right now they got 2 third-round picks because they got one from the 49ers. I could see him going like a first and a third and then somebody else for Watson.
Not bad. That'd actually help out the football team. Aren't they getting their name this year? Something about the name. I don't know. They need a name because I keep going back to the Redskins, and I know that's wrong. So I'm sorry about that, but it's just, just growing up in Maryland, you're so used to it.
Whenever they can come up with like a good name.
Yeah, a good catchy name. Then I thought it would be this year, like the end of this year, this off season.
Most of the speculation I've seen on their names is like dumb shit. So until they come up with something that doesn't sound like a child made it up, they should stick with the football team.
Yeah, but like merch-wise, it looks dumb.
I mean, I like the flatter colors that they went with. It looks better.
The colors are nice, but just like a W, like.
I mean, Chicago's is just a C with a point on the end of it.
Chicago is Chicago, you know.
The Bengals is just a B. The Jets is literally just the Jets in a green oval.
You're right.
The Giants is the NY.
How many years? You know, it's just going to take me a few years.
I mean, the Browns logo is a helmet that's not even brown.
You're right. That's actually smart to go through all the logos and just see how stupid they are.
And Green Bay's is just the G.
But those are like generic. You're used to those, so like I have no problem.
I mean, if the letter is the issue, everything else is a letter also.
I guess, yeah.
Like
I don't know.
Half the teams have the letter or just their name as their logo.
Yeah, I mean, like living in Maryland, you know, it's you're either a Ravens fan or a Washington football fan. So like all I see around is like the Redskins logo or people wearing Redskins merch. So like I'm just ready for a change. But back to the rewards. What's next?
AFC Defensive Player of the Year.
TJ Watts.
I mean, yeah.
I'd say TJ Watt.
That's got to be the only pick. TJ Watt, maybe. Xavier Howard from the Dolphins because he had, I think, 10 interceptions this year.
Didn't a Patriots player also have a good amount of picks?
Probably, but the Patriots were garbage this year.
They were garbage. That's another thing. The Patriots are going to be interesting this offseason. They're gonna fix up that team.
Yeah, they did have a lot of guys opt out this year.
Yeah.
On the defense, but the defense was not the issue.
Yeah, I had them on fantasy and they played pretty well.
I mean, their rushing attack was garbage all year. They didn't have a passing attack. They threw 12 total touchdowns this year.
Damn.
All 5 guys that they had throw a pass. They totaled more interceptions than touchdowns.
Damn. Yeah, Cam Newton was a bust. Like that was their experimental year. You know, they wanted to see how they were going to do with the dual threat. Yeah, since that's the trend nowadays.
Cam Newton has not been good since that Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not he's been injured, he's been bad.
Yeah. He tries to be Lamar Jackson, but what he doesn't have speed. He's just tall as shit and big as shit. So, he's hard to tackle. That's the only reason that makes him an actual decent dual threat. Like, I don't remember him having
Not
speed.
even that hard to tackle this year.
Yeah.
Because he's not as mobile and young and healthy as he used to be.
No. But the Patriots are definitely going to fix up their team. They could even get Watson as well. I mean, I'd like that. Or actually, no. I want the Patriots to suck. I don't want them to have anybody.
Did you see the thing about how when Stafford was talking about getting traded, the only place he didn't want to go was the Patriots?
I didn't see that, but I understand.
Because he didn't want to be back with Matt Patricia.
Oh, I totally forgot he's on the Patriots. Is he their offensive coordinator?
No, he went back to being their defensive coordinator.
Oh, okay. Have you seen Belichick's son, though? Isn't he the linebackers coach? Oh, I swear to God, he creeps the shit out of me.
He looks like a rapist.
Finally, someone who agrees. Holy shit, dude. He's the scariest thing, dude. He looks like he does meth before games. Like, damn. Like, he got that job just because of his dad.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's also probably why he hasn't gone anywhere. He can't be that good at his job.
No, not at all. Like, I don't even know why he's on the field.
The guy you were talking about on the Patriots defense, J.C. Jackson, he did have 9 interceptions.
That's not bad.
But I don't think that's gonna... I mean, I am very biased for any Steelers player, except James Conner. But I mean, I don't think there can be a question this year, at least for AFC Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, TJ.
It's got to go to TJ Watt.
It has to. If it doesn't, then these awards are like rigged or something. You've got to. But what's the next award?
NFC Defensive Player of the Year.
I say Aaron Donald.
Yeah. I mean,
for sure.
Whether or not you want to make the argument it's rigged or whatever, it's going to be Aaron Donald.
Yeah, because he's popular, but also very talented. It's crazy how we're actually agreeing so far.
Yeah, I don't really think there can be a whole lot of question about most of these.
Yeah. All right, next, AFC
Coach of the Year.
Probably Andy Reid again. What was he last year? Actually, maybe the Dolphins head coach. He brought the Dolphins back. They were actually like almost a playoff team.
Yeah.
The Bills.
It's probably going to be between. If they do it the way it should be done, of just guys that can turn nothing into something.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it either being Kevin Stefanski with the Browns.
Oh yes. I was just thinking about that too. I was
Brian Flores, like you said, with the Dolphins.
Yeah. But if not, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to Andy Reid or the dude who coaches the Bills. Forgot his name. I know
Sean McDermott.
Yeah, those are also decent picks. And NFC coach, I think we both agree on this. I'm gonna say Packers. Packers or Bucks? Either one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd probably go with Bruce Arians with the Bucks.
Yeah, because that man, he turned that defense from nothing to something. Like that just turned into a top 3 defense in the postseason, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, their defense is, they're not really slept on, but they're not talked about as much as they should be.
Exactly. They're like the Chiefs.
Because of all the names that are on the offense.
Yeah. So it's like the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs actually have a good defense as well. And they don't get too much talk. Besides, like, their Matthew is probably the only player. And Chris Jones, the only 2 players I know on their team. And maybe Clark. And that's it. But yeah, it definitely goes to either one of them. All right, next award.
I mean, that's kind of it for choices. Like, there's the bigger ones, like Walter Payton Man of the Year and all that stuff.
I don't read too much. What about Rookie of the Year?
The guy from Rookie of the Year.
AFC Rookie. Is it AFC or is it just like offensive or defensive Rookie of the Year?
I think it's AFC and NFC, and then like an overall one.
Okay. I would just say overall offensive, Justin Jefferson. He deserves
no question.
No question at all. And then for defensive, Chase Young. Also, no question at all.
Yeah, probably.
I don't see any other. I mean, me as a Ravens fan, I'd like to see Patrick Queen, but also he started playing like shit towards the end of the season.
No, I'm sure he'll be up there somewhere.
Yeah, he's up there, yeah.
He won't be the guy that wins it.
Yeah, not at all. So, any other awards besides those? MVP, I think we both are agreed for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, yeah, the media. It's always what the media chooses, to be honest, every year.
I mean, as long as they choose the right guy this year, which is Aaron Rodgers, then
I can't believe they were like chanting MVP to like Russell Wilson when they were like 5-0.
I mean, he was looking like an MVP for the
he was
year.
Good. And I don't know what happened.
He's kind of been on this trend for the last couple seasons where he starts really hot, is garbage in the middle, and then is iffy at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Makes no sense. But who else? Kyler Murray too. I wanted Kyler Murray to like the way he played in the beginning. Like, you know, I think he beat the 49ers in the first game.
Yeah, he was really good at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Damn. You don't even know how bad I want Kyler Murray to be. Like,
and then he was stoppable at the end of the year.
Yeah. Like, Kyler Murray's slept on. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what's with the Cardinals. Like, they actually have a good team. Like, they have D-Hop. They have the running attack. You know, they have a decent offense. Maybe it's their defense that's lacking.
Yeah, I think it's probably the defense. I mean, they've got all the pieces, and they just can't get it done, I guess.
They did well against the Seahawks in that one game, if you remember, when it was in overtime, and they got that pick, I think.
Yeah, they did. They beat them once.
Yeah. So I'm hopefully they get their act together by next year.
Yeah, I want to see somebody else take that division over.
Uh-huh.
It was looking like the Rams when they made that playoff run, but that was just kind of a one-year wonder.
Mm-hmm. They just got lucky because, you know, Kyler Murray was injured. Both teams' quarterbacks were injured. I didn't watch that game, but I heard it was funny. But I think before we move on to like Super Bowl predictions, I think we should talk about Aaron Rodgers' situation because there's a lot of, you know, talk about that as well. Do you see him leaving the Packers?
He's not going anywhere.
That's what you think?
Yeah, no way.
But why is he out here, you know, talking about actually the possibility of actually him leaving?
I don't think he was talking about him leaving. I think that was kind of a quote taken out of context.
Possibly.
Not out of context, but just kind of misunderstood.
Yeah, I feel like that's most of the media.
Because I watched, he goes on Pat McAfee's show every Tuesday, I think. So I watched it the Tuesday after they lost, which I guess was this past Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just kind of talking about how, like, he knows how old he is.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he doesn't want out, but in the field of sports, it's just kind of, like, as a player, you don't have a whole lot of say in where you end up. But I don't know. I don't see anybody on that coaching staff wanting him gone.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I don't see anything or anyone in the league that's worth as much as Rodgers, even if they traded him.
He's got to be. He's the best quarterback in the league. I know that
like,
the
for him-
argument right now is Patrick Mahomes, but
Also Brady as well, like Brady or Rodgers, who's the best quarterback of all time. I'd take Rodgers for sure. He's the most consistent,
the most talented quarterback.
most talented. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably. Yeah, from what I've seen, it would be Aaron Rodgers.
But best in like playoffs, regular season records, and stuff like that goes to Brady.
Yeah, because I think best and greatest can probably be different, like mean different things.
Like best, Aaron Rodgers. The greatest of all time would go to Brady.
I mean, because nobody's gonna put up the
Stats that
the
Brady
accolades
has.
that Brady has right now.
No way, no, not with the time he spent in the league. Like I saw a clip of him, like I think it was like 2000. When was he drafted?
I think 2000.
Yeah, like I saw a game of him. Like the TV was like almost black and white. You could barely see that shit. Like damn, that just shows he's old as shit. So
I mean, because Brady's going into his 10th Super Bowl, and he's won 5.
6. He's
or
won
6 on his own. Like
6 on the same team as well.
Yeah, the only franchises that have 6 rings are the Steelers and the team that he played for and brought 6 rings to.
Yeah. That's crazy. I like the 49ers as well that are kind of close. They have like 4 or 5.
Yeah, when they had
Montana.
Yeah, Montana and Jerry Rice. I think Steve Young was maybe a part of that. I don't know. I mean, I'm just happy every year that the Cowboys continue to suck.
America's team.
Yep, America's team that hasn't been to an important game in like 3 decades.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, Romo wasn't too bad on it, but like they just couldn't make it all the way. Maybe that one Dez catch that was like, incomplete. They could have won that game and moved on, but besides that, no.
Yeah, I don't think that that one play would really change the direction of that franchise.
I mean, yeah. But still, I think it was a catch.
I mean, yeah, it was a catch.
Yeah.
But beyond that season and even beyond that game, I don't know that it makes that much of a difference.
Yeah, and wait, before I move on, do you remember when the Ravens played the Cowboys earlier this year and Dez was just all of a sudden ruled out for COVID? I feel like that was fake. That was like planned.
So he didn't have to play the Cowboys?
Yeah, like they didn't. Yeah, exactly. Because no way this man's out there practicing with everybody on the field, and all of a sudden his test comes back. Like they decided to test him and him only, and it ends up being positive right then and there. Like, what are the chances of that? And what are the chances of the rest of it? Like the rest of the team ended up playing. Like they should have canceled that game. Like if he was, he was close with everybody. If he had COVID, then everyone would have got COVID.
Yeah, I don't know what the separation policy was this year, because it never made sense to me how like certain members or positions of a team would get it and nobody else would.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even if you're not in the same like meeting rooms and stuff, you're still practicing.
Yeah, exactly. and I feel like that was some sort of planned. Or who's the GM for the Cowboys? Is it? I feel like it starts. Is his name Jerry or something?
I mean, do they even have a GM, or does Jerry Jones just run everything?
I think Jerry Jones like paid somebody. He had to pay he paid somebody a lot of money so Des wouldn't play that game. Because like that was his big redemption game.
He's got to be paying somebody in the NFL a shit ton of money to keep the Cowboys playing primetime games.
Oh yeah, you're right. They've been in so many primetime games, keeping them the America's best team. Also keeping them out of the media as well. I barely see anything about them, sucking. I feel like they deserve more hate.
I mean, yeah, they had no excuse this year to be as bad as they were.
Yeah. Yet media always came for the fucking Ravens.
I mean, even though Dak was out after week 4, I mean, you purposely went and got a former starting quarterback as your backup.
And you were in the worst division where you went the winner went 5 and something. They only had 5 wins and they got into the playoffs. I think 5, yeah. I think it was 5.
I think they ended up with 6.
The Washington football, 6. 6 wins to get into the playoffs.
Or 6 was it 6 or 7?
I think it's 6. 6 or 7. I don't know. Actually,
it might have been 7 because of.
Might have been 7.
That
they beat the Eagles.
Yeah, because the Eagles tanked in the most obvious way possible, just so the Giants wouldn't make the playoffs.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, they were 7-9.
Still, 7 wins to get into the playoffs is crazy. Like typically, it's a minimum of like 10, maybe 11. At least in the AFC, it's been like the AFC has always been competitive for the playoffs. Always.
Yeah, the team with the lowest record in the AFC that made the playoffs this year was 11-5.
Yeah, that's crazy. Everyone tied for there was like 4 teams 11-5, right?
Yeah, Baltimore, Cleveland, Tennessee, Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's like crazy competition. And then the lowest for NFC was like 7 wins. I think the Rams had like 9 or 10.
Yeah, the Rams ended 10-6. I guess the only team that the football team really kept out of the playoffs with the dumb rule that whoever wins the division makes the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which really shouldn't exist because of exactly what we saw this year.
Yeah. That's those other teams that deserve that. And also, like, I support adding the extra spot, like the 7 seed spot for the playoffs. Like, I support that. It gives another team a chance. Like, as a Ravens fan, like, we could have, we made it, no matter what. But, like, let's just say we were unlucky. That 7 spot would have been lucky for us.
Yeah, I kind of like to see him add an 8th.
That wouldn't be too bad. Typically it's
because
8. NBA is 8.
The NFL, I think, is the only league that does like bye weeks.
Yeah. Because I know the NBA is 8 teams.
Yeah, the NBA is just one plays 8 right away.
Yeah, and no team gets a break. Everyone plays. Like
I think they're going to get too much pushback.
Yeah.
Well, definitely from the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and they're going to be sucking off the Chiefs for kind of the extent of Mahomes' contract.
Yeah, Mahomes, they're going to be the new Patriots, and it sucks, being AFC fans, and we're just going to have to deal with all the Mahomes fans. I swear to God, they suck his dick, dude. They suck it every single day.
Until he's 45 or has a broken back, he's going to be widely regarded as the best player ever, even though he's clearly not.
If he wins this Super Bowl, this is his 2nd year starting full-time. No, 3rd.
But, look at all the pieces that are around him.
Yeah. You can give any average quarterback that weapons, and they should be able to make it to a divisional or at least a conference championship game.
I don't think if he would have gone to anybody else that wouldn't have built around him,
Mm-hmm.
he would not be good.
Yeah. I feel like if you gave, let's see, let me think of a quarterback. Like,
I mean, he put up monster numbers in college.
Yeah.
But I never thought that he looked that good.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people put monster numbers in college and see what happened. Like
if you
Rosen put decent numbers and he doesn't have a fucking job.
Josh Rosen is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, where can I get his jersey?
Which one do you want? There's like there's five possibilities on that one.
Probably his college one because it's the only time he was good.
I mean, anybody that's like super hyped up coming out of college, I don't think is going to do very well in the NFL.
Yeah, typically a bust. I mean, Baker Mayfield wasn't a bust, and he was first round pick.
Not yet. They started to build around him, so he doesn't look like that much of a bust.
Yeah, it's really their running attack.
Yeah,
I mean, y'all Steelers need to keep up. It's like us.
Yeah, they did add Jarvis Landry and Odell for him to have better options to throw to.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
But without Odell, they still played well.
Yeah, I didn't understand the Odell trade. Like, I get that gives you technically a better receiver. But, I mean...
Also very overpaid.
He's been overpaid and overhyped ever since he made that catch.
Yeah, it's just one catch. And I don't remember him having like he's either always injured. He's always injured actually. Like last year, it was the same thing. He also got injured.
Because the main argument that children have for him being a good receiver is that he can catch it one-handed.
Yeah.
But like, what are his numbers looking like though?
Exactly. I don't think he's had like a big season past maybe 1,200 yards.
Because I mean, you can catch it one-handed. That's pretty cool. Jimmy Graham just did that. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. And what's his name? What's that? Thielen does it all the time as well. He's not talked about.
I mean, everybody in the NFL can pretty much catch.
I mean, yeah, that was a good catch, but like, I don't know if you saw the CeeDee Lamb catch. That one deserves more hype. Did you see that? I don't know who was up against, but like he turned his body like midway to
was
get
that against the Vikings?
I think so, but that was a nice ass catch. Maybe catch of the year, possibly close to it.
I mean, Odell played 7 games this year.
That's horrible.
So
like think about it, he's just sitting there collecting all that cash, barely doing anything.
And the surgery that he needed was on his knee.
Yeah.
And he's also 28. So just athletically speaking, that's going to be a problem.
And he's I think he's a free agent this year as well.
Is he?
Yeah, he was in the talk of like receivers that are possibly going to leave. Possibly Odell.
Is there like a team option or something on him?
Something like that. I don't know. I just saw him on the list of like as a Ravens fan, I'm looking at all the receivers you could possibly get, and he was on that list as well. Him, Juju. Juju wouldn't be not that bad of a fit with the Ravens. Juju, Godwin, Golladay, Iverson. That was like the main list.
Odell right now, yeah, he's still on his contract for 3 more years. Yeah, because he got an extension from the Giants before they traded him.
Okay. I don't know why I saw something about Odell leaving. Maybe a trade or something, but I don't see what the Ravens could trade for Odell. He's worth too much, but all at the same time, he's he's too cocky, bro. Way too cocky. It's always the cocky dudes get overpaid.
Like Evans.
Evans, Ramsey, and I think our most cocky player, Marcus Peters. I think he's going to get a pretty decent big contract as well. That's the thing with us Ravens. Like, we overpay people over like them having one big season. Like, we overpaid Ronnie Stanley because he's good and all, but he was injured the entire time, and we have Orlando Brown who's complaining about his contract because he also wants to. He says he's a left tackle, and Ronnie Stanley's a left tackle, so we can't sign $100 million deal to both of them. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't want to move the right tackle because I believe left tackle makes more money than right tackle.
Yeah, I think it's harder to find a good left tackle.
Yeah. So I don't see him staying in Baltimore. So yeah, I guess we could use him to trade, but I don't know. We'll just see how time goes. But I think we should move on to Super Bowl predictions.
Yeah, sure. Get that over with.
Yeah. So Super Bowl predictions. I don't want Mahomes. I don't want Mahomes to win another one because fuck Mahomes.
No,
He's a good guy.
This would probably be the second happiest I've ever been that Brady would win a championship.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually rooted for Brady to win a Super Bowl.
I rooted for him the year of the 28-3 game because I put money on them to win.
Why would you do that? I mean,
it ended up working out because they did win.
Yeah, it's another dumbass. I don't know why the Falcons lost them fucking dumbass teams. But I think this is the first time I actually want Brady to win, and I think he deserves it. End off his career in a bang. I mean, he does have one more year, but still,
I think the Bucs have to win really for the dropping of Jameis Winston to really seem like it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because if they dropped him to go get Brady and they don't get a ring this year or next year, then there was no point behind it.
Yeah, Godwin's leaving, and I think one of their running backs is going to leave, either Fournette or Jones, either one. I don't think they can keep both. So they're going to have to win this year with the team that they have now. Especially with their defense, since so many people stepped up and a lot of people are going to want money. So they're going to lose some players.
I think on both sides of the ball, it's really going to depend on the pass rush.
Yeah, really.
Because it's mostly going to be a passing game.
Mm-hmm.
They both have good running backs and good run games, but I don't really see it becoming a grinded out type of thing.
Yeah. But I feel like Kansas City has the better secondary. So.
Yeah, they definitely got the better secondary. I think I think the Bucs is okay.
Yeah, they're all right, but the Chiefs are a lot better.
And they did play in the regular season, and the Chiefs only won by 3, even though Mahomes put up monster numbers with Tyreek Hill in the first quarter.
Yeah. Man had 200 yards, dude. In the first half. Should have went for 300. I don't know why he didn't. He should have beat, I think Calvin Johnson has the record for the most receiving yards, something like that. Damn. I feel like Calvin Johnson left the Lions, he would have been crazy. Well, anyways, back to the prediction. I want Brady to win. But I just have the slight thought that the Chiefs are going to win this.
Yeah, I think I'm probably in the same boat on that one. I think the Chiefs might win, but I would like to see the Bucks win.
Yeah. You know any like Chiefs super fans you could try and make money off of?
I don't know if I'm that confident.
$100 bet.
I mean, it's kind of hard to decide until the game actually starts whose dick the refs want to suck.
You're right. The fucking cheating zebras, bro.
It's either Brady or Mahomes, but you can't really tell until it starts.
They're like the referees suck Brady, but the NFL sucks Mahomes. And I feel like, everything worked out. This is the matchup everybody wanted to see. So the NFL is super happy with this. This is probably the best Super Bowl matchup that, can come out of the teams that were there.
Yeah, probably. I would have been happier with Packers Bills.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't want to see Brady get his 7th, and I don't want to see Mahomes win again. So
You're
I'm going to root for whoever's not those guys.
You're right. Did I beat you with predictions? Or
No, we both predicted the same stuff.
No, I had the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl, so I did beat you. Let's go. Yeah, I had the Chiefs against the Packers.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check on that. I don't think that's true.
Okay, you can go back and look. I had the Chiefs going all the way.
Yeah.
I wanted the Bills to, but
I'm going to watch the tape on that one.
All right. You can bet money on that. I bet you I said the Chiefs. But it should be a fun Super Bowl.
What, $3?
Yeah. I need to find $3. I invested it all into Dogecoin. I need to get it back. Dumb shit. But yeah, it should be fun. I'm actually excited for the halftime shows as well too. The Weeknd is actually a good performer,
Do you feel represented as a black man?
No, it's because the Weeknd's actually he's good. Like you look like somebody who hates halftime shows. You're just you're just in it for the commercials.
You think I watched the Super Bowl for the commercials?
You look like that type of dude. Maybe when you get older, like the type of dude to bet on commercials. Like I bet you there's gonna be a Doritos one. Oh man.
I mean, I hope it's better than it's been in recent years.
Yeah, I think the best of all time out of all of them I've seen probably goes to Beyonce.
Yeah, probably.
Beyonce. Worse, I hated the Adam Levine one. I was so dumb. Like he took off his shirt and shit. I was like, "What the fuck you doing, bro?"
I thought the Justin Timberlake one was garbage.
Was I alive for that?
That was in Minneapolis with that new stadium after Prince died.
I don't think I saw that. Like I think I just started getting into football maybe like 2010.
Well, this was the Philadelphia New England Super Bowl, the Big Dick Nick show, right? Was that the one in Minneapolis?
Justin Timberlake did not play that Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah, because Prince died and they did a giant projection of him.
That's the only Super Bowl I don't think I watched that Super Bowl, to be honest.
The Philly special? Nothing like that?
I mean, yeah, I know all about that, but I don't remember watching it. Maybe the first half, but at the same, I just automatically assumed the Patriots were gonna win. Every time the Patriots in the Super Bowl, the only really one I paid attention to was the Rams one, the Rams Patriots. I went to a Super Bowl party, and we were all going for the Rams, just because we hate Brady. But oh well. This is the first time we're actually voting for him. Go Bucks.
Let's go. I was right. He did play that one. The Eagles and the Patriots.
Okay, yeah. I thought I don't know. I kept on thinking about the Janet Jackson one. Who was the one?
Oh yeah, he did that one too.
Okay, I was the same. Like that's the one I thought you were talking about.
Oh, the one where he pulled her tit out?
Yeah. Imagine seeing that on live TV. Crazy. But like nowadays, I think live TV, like it's like maybe like 3-4 seconds behind, so they're able to like stop shit.
Yeah, probably.
But this season's been cool because there's no fans. So you could hear the players, cursing the shit out of each other.
I like it better like that.
Yeah, it does. Like, yeah.
I mean, atmosphere-wise, for certain sports, it's nice to have fans, but there's some stuff where it's just like in the middle of a play. It's 2nd and 12. We just started the game. I want to hear somebody on the field talk.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember, I think I watched the Titans game. I think Malcolm Butler said like, you a bitch or something to Lamar, and Lamar was like, bet. It was a good season, man. It was a good season. But hopefully Rona's out and we can start going to games.
Yeah, I hope I can hit some Iowa State games this year.
Yeah, as well too. And I saw the Ravens schedule. We always play the Chiefs. I don't know why they always manage to fit the Chiefs in our schedule.
I mean,
We play the Chiefs and Packers.
You guys and the Chiefs is usually a good game.
Typically is.
And usually ends with you losing, which makes it better for me.
Not next year. Next year we're going like from the schedule that I've seen with all the teams. We're only going to lose to Green Bay and the Chiefs. We're not going to lose to you guys twice. No way.
You're going 14-2.
Yeah, 14-2 or 13-3. We're either going to lose to you guys once or not. Either way, yeah, that's our record from the schedule that I see.
That's pretty bold.
I mean, you think you're going to beat us with Haskins? Yeah, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck with that.
That's true.
Okay, we could play Trace McSorley and still beat you. With our backups as well.
I mean, not if we go get Josh Rosen.
Oh, shit. Damn. That man's going to outrun Lamar.
Yeah, you scared now, bitch. Let's go.
Haskins
and Rosen.
Oh shit, that's a good combo.
Fucking dream team. Let's go.
Dude, y'all run them at the same time? Damn.
For sure, yeah. 2 quarterback sets only.
Bro, you got Rosen throwing passes to Haskins? Damn.
Yeah, so he can just be another Ohio State quarterback that turned into a receiver.
Exactly. You know what? Put freaking Rosen on the defense. Put him as a linebacker. He'll tackle the shit out of Lamar.
I mean, Joel Lanning did that as Iowa State's quarterback.
Really?
Yeah, I think he was Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year after.
What the fuck?
No, dude was mediocre as a quarterback, and he went to linebacker and blew that shit out.
Yeah. One person I'd like to see in linebacker is the Coles. I think it's either the Jaguars kicker.
It's definitely it's not the Colts kicker, that's for fucking sure.
Not the Colts. It's that big buff dude. I think it's the Giants. The Giants kicker, yeah. This Manning dude that's buff as shit. He needs to be a linebacker. But yeah, I think that should be good for the episode. End it off just like that.
There was one college kicker a couple years. I think it was Penn State, where he was just fucking fat. But he would run down the field and fucking run people over.
Yeah, most teams have like in college, most teams have 2 kickers, like a kickoff returner, and a field goal kicker. So, yeah, that should be the end of it.
Yeah, next week we'll probably do Super Bowl, and I guess whatever happens in between now and then.
Yeah, hopefully next week. Hopefully I'm in Iowa by next week. Hopefully, maybe we could do like a Super Bowl party or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what I'm doing for the Super Bowl.
I mean, like I'm living off campus, so you could always come over. I could like host like a mini Super Bowl party at my apartment if you'd be down.
Yeah, maybe.
I bet I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, that's a wrap.
Just got to make sure that you don't die or anything, so I don't get charged with a hate crime.
Okay. Whatever you say. Go get yourself a fucking white boyfriend and make yourself feel better. Guess that's how things work nowadays. All right. I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah. See you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.